Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're featuring a limited edition Seiko, and yes, this has come courtesy of the team over at Francis and Gaye. I've said it before, they do a whole host of different watch brands. If you're after Seiko Doxers in whatever, I dare say they do it. You can check out their website, or if you're in the Midlands area, feel free to pop in or give them a call. If you speak to like Ryanair or someone, I dare say he'll be able to sort you out a really good price on one of these and get the watch posted out to you. So what is it we actually have here? This is the Seiko SRQ035, and it's a limited edition watch. I believe there's only 1,000 pieces of this. I believe they've got one or two there, so you know, if you want one, you've got to really pick one up sooner than later, because I believe they will go. This watch is a little bit kind of different, or kind of special really, for Seiko. It's a automatic chrono, and it's a kind of themed upon a stopwatch they used back in 1964. As you can see, turn it that way around and suddenly it looks like a stopwatch, especially with these pushers. I think they call them pump pushers. So you can see zoom in a little bit there and get to see it a little bit better. So if we now press one of the pushers, and there you go, it releases that second hand. Now the sizes of this watch, it's 42.5. It is a little bit over 15 millimeters. So a little bit chunky, but it is a chrono. It does have a domed sapphire case, crystal there, which does add a little bit of height to it. And the lug-to-lug, contrary to what they say on their website, is coming in at just under 50 mil, around about 49.8. So bigger than what they actually state, which is a bit strange. So look at that dial. I love the clean aesthetic look to it. It looks so legible. I really do like that. We've got the simple style, very slim, elegant hands on this, and I like the little return they have on the back of the hand. As you can see, the tail coming off there, I just think that looks great. There is lume on the hands and the hour markers, albeit not a lot, but this isn't a dive watch, so you're not actually looking at that. The dial is fully printed. I do love on the second hand how it dives down at the end. I feel that's like a more vintage style look to it, and I really like that. The actual, I say, it is a completely printed dial. Around the edge here we have the tachometer, and I just think it looks so clean. The subdials, this is the constant running seconds for your time, and this is the chrono minute reader. So it's only a 30-minute chrono, but I think that's more enough than what most people need anyway. And down the bottom here we have a 6 o'clock mounted date window, and it keeps the kind of symmetry of the dial. I think it does it really well. As we come out from that, as I've mentioned, we do have a sapphire crystal. Now it is double domed, and it does have AR coating on the inside, and you can see that by the way, if I turn it at those angles, you kind of get a magnified look of the inside of a watch, which does look quite cool. Now as we come around the watch, I have to say the finish of the watch I think is excellent. The finishing work, the brush work, even down to the polishing they've done there. The actual case does feature a case hardening. Now I'm not sure what actual rating that is on the Vickers. If it's anything like Diashield, it's going to be around about 500 Vickers. So, but I can't say for sure. Now, even as we come around here, it is just, the finishing is lovely. There's no ifs or buts about it. And I do like the fact here the crown is nice, big and chunky. It isn't a screw down crown, but we do have 100 meters of water resistance here. And it's quite nice to actually wind the watches as well. It is also hacking, but I'll get into the movement in just a second. The bracelet, all solid. Pin and collar though, as we come around, but I have to say the brushwork is excellent. As we come around here, one nice thing is the clasp is completely flush. Now there is no micro adjustment on the clasp, but we do have these half links, so you should be able to get it pretty close. and we do have machined center to that, and even nice little touches like the bevel edging there on the return of a clasp, because that is what might rub against your wrist. So the beveling work on that does actually help. It is signed, and I think quite nicely done. So overall case, finishing I think is great. It's not perfect. There's a couple of little bits which there's a little bit I always think which could be improved, and this is a bit of a Seiko theme. The end links here, it could be better. That is just Seiko though, they just seem to do that. Now the movement on this watch, now the movement's a bit interesting. Now it's the I think they call it the 8R46, and performance wise it's fantastic. I put it on the time grapher and we were getting -1 second with 0 beat error. So that is, pretty well outstanding really. It is, a top performing model there, but it is based on the 6R movement, but they have increased the beat rate to 8 beats per second. So it's, kind of, even though it's based on a lower, based on one of their models they used in the lower range models, it is performing excellent. And its little party piece on this, well, I say apart from the 8 beats per second, it's got a column wheel and a vertical clutch, which are just, if you're doing a chrono actual movement, those are the two things you'd really like in a movement. The vertical clutch especially, I think, are really cool. So I do like that. It has got 34 joules and a 45-hour power reserve. So it is kind of weird and funky, but yeah, it is a good movement, but it is quite thick because they have to add the chrono module on the back of a standard 6R movement, and that's why it is so thick. But overall, I think it just looks great. One thing I should point out as well, let's zoom out a little bit here. As it is a limited edition, it does also come with this very kind of classy leather strap and a really nice clasp there. As you can see, it does look really, really good. So let me put this on my wrist and you'll get an idea how it looks. Today I'm wearing a Saab 035. Let's put this on. Now it does actually look bigger than it is. Obviously I haven't sized the bracelet because it isn't mine, but it is only a 42.5 watch, but it's because you have no rotating bezel on there, so it looks quite like kind of like a really chunky watch, but it actually isn't. So there you go. Hope you liked it. If you're interested in purchasing this watch, feel free to give Ryan a call over at Francis Gaye, and I say he'll be able to work you out a deal. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. All the best, and I'll see you at the next review. Take care. Bye.